So,
Not much. Hey, yesterday you guys announced your game against SFA. Just number one, being an East Texas guy, how excited are you for that matchup?
I graduated from there. That's where I met my wife. Uh, she graduated from there as well. We both got our masters from there. My mom and dad both got their masters from there. My baby brother graduated from there. So yeah, that's pretty awesome. Pretty cool how that all worked out. And Colby does a great job, and that'll be a fun game.
We have no idea what the fan attendance or anything, if there will be fans at that game, but for you guys to at least get a home game before September 26th, how important is that for this team?
Well, I can't wait to get in there just once with my team. So yeah, we're excited to get a game scheduled, and it looks like we open up probably against Texas State on the 12th. So we're glad to see we're starting to get some of this stuff in order, and get some kids some excitement, and makes them feel like all this work they've been doing, they're going to get to benefit from it.
And kind of adding to what you just said about assuming that Texas State game is on the 12th, or the opener is on the 12th, does that mean that you guys aren't looking to fill that September 5th, 8th at this point anymore?
We feel pretty confident from the 12th on. We'll have a 12-game schedule. We're just waiting for some signatures before we can go public with that.
Excellent. Thank you.
All right, JJ, you're up.
Coach, what have you heard from the conference as far as, revising the conference portion of the schedule?
I'm not sure what I'm supposed to say on that or not say really yet, JJ. So let me refer that question to Dr. Lisa Campos, please.
Got you. And then, so I guess as you continue to prepare for, the upcoming season and get through this fall camp, I notice you guys have a trust the process motto going this week. What does that mean?
Trust the process to us really means, first, the word trust is very important to us. We define trust as truth over time. And the more we're together, the more opportunities we have to speak truth into each other. Doesn't mean you're always hearing what you want to hear, but somebody speaking truth into your life. Basically, controlling the things you can control and not spending a moment's time worrying about things you can't control. And we've been studying Muhammad Ali this week as our example of somebody that trusted the process, and just how, his whole journey from Cassius Clay to Muhammad Ali to being a guy that was so controversial in the 60s to being so revered as he passed away. And that's kind of been our example we've been using in that.
How have the kids taken to, some of these real life examples you've been setting in front of them? That's an interesting, I guess, analogy with Muhammad Ali there. How have they kind of picked that up and ran with it?
Well, we love to watch boxing. So we watched the George Foreman fight yesterday, Joe Frazier fight. We looked at him when he was won his Olympic gold medals. We've been doing a lot of that kind of stuff. It's just a nice way to get your mind off the camp, but at the same time, still reinforcing some of our culture beliefs. And you'll have to ask those guys, but the mood of the room seems pretty electric every time we watch the video with him.
Thanks, Coach.
Greg, you're up.
Jeff, as you guys are, getting these games announced, like Stephen F. Austin and some of the other ones are coming together behind the scenes, is there a peace of mind that's building with you, just that this is starting to come together and be more solidified than it was a couple weeks ago?
We've been through this, Greg, all of us, it seems like, together. So we all know how fast things can change. This thing is, I literally have just gone one day at a time. Am I getting more excited each day, Greg? Yes, there's no doubt I am. But I'm also very, very conscious that our kids have to maintain wearing our masks, social distancing. Because when we test, if we get a bunch of positives, it's not going to be good. There's contact tracing involved as well. So we had to treat everybody we run into as if they have it. That's just a terrible way to live, but it's what we have to do right now to get to play football.
The development in the last couple of days was the Division I Council recommended that fall sports student athletes can play any number of contests without using a year of eligibility. What was your reaction to that decision? How do you feel about that prospect going forward?
There'll have to be a whole lot more. That's an easy statement to make, but there's going to have to be a lot more discussed about that than just a blanket statement like that. There's just a whole lot more to that simple sentence. That's going to have to be spend a lot of time expanding upon.
I imagine like with scholarships and roster limits and all that kind of stuff.
Right. I mean, that's a pretty blanket statement with a lot of what word am I looking for? There are a lot of maybe unintended consequences that come with easy blanket statements.
We just a second ago got done talking to your brother Kurt. You know, what's it been like working with him through this process? Has it been nice to have kind of a family person there? Is it just like any other assistant coach, or how's that dynamic been?
Yeah, we have a unique ability to be able to do that. And we've just done it so long together. We were assistants together at Jacksonville, and then we worked together at Gilman when I was the head coach, and now we're together again. Him being a head coach for those 3 years in Tyler helped him gain a much deeper perspective of the things I have to deal with. As many former head coaches you can get on your staff that will be loyal to you, you can't ever have enough of those kind of guys because those guys really know the things I had to deal with. And it's always nice also where everybody's loyal. That's just part of this business. But when the guy's got the same last name as you, it probably lets everybody know where the loyalty stands.
Got it. Thanks.
Thank you.
All right, Hector, you're up.
Hector went to the golf course.
Either that or I was muted this entire time. Apologies. Morning, Coach.
Good morning, Hector.
Hey, real quick, I come with specific instructions from Brian Houston to make sure that we take care of you.
Yeah, he just loves me because I helped him start that business of his. It's killing it right now. He's a good dude, does a great job. Dear friend.
I'll be that guy, Coach, today. Just a couple of days ago, you talked about the quarterback competition and being close. I don't suppose that a day and a half later or 2 days later, whatever we are, you have a starting quarterback.
No, after scale today, we might just run the ball every snap. We weren't as good today as we have been. There was some receiver drops, running back drop. It wasn't all quarterback play. But today was one of our least – we have been getting better every day. This is one of the days – kind of take a step back. I don't know if it was mental, physical, heat. I don't know. But tomorrow's a big day. Scrimmage number 2, full padded workout. And we got to let the day go and watch the video here in a little bit. It's one of my favorite sayings. You know, it's never as bad as you think. It's never as good as either. So it's probably not as bad as I'm thinking it was today. We'll go in there and watch it, grade it, probably a few things, get cleaned up. We'll know more tomorrow.
So that we stop hounding you, you just want to, I guess, when the availability after you choose a quarterback, you just want to say, guys, here we go. The starting quarterback will be, just so you don't have to deal with the constant questions anymore?
I don't mind. I've always understood that you guys have a job to do, and I also understand that I have a job, and protecting information is part of my job, but also giving you guys enough information for you to do your job is very important too. And I've done this long enough. I understand the give and the take with both. We really just don't know right now, and I'm not even trying to be coy. We're just don't know. We want to make that decision 2 weeks before we play, and it looks like our opener is going to be September the 12th. So we're starting to get a little bit of a time frame when we're going to communicate with players and families and let them know the decision we've gone with.
Along those lines, Coach, you mentioned earlier that you're waiting on some signatures, and so you can't comment on the 12-game schedule as a whole just yet. But per the report that came out yesterday, from Stadium that says that BYU is now one of the games. Are you in a position to comment on that reported game?
No, sir, I'm not. I'm sorry. I would love to. I'd like to announce all 12 of them today. Trust me, I'm in contact with the powers that be to let them know my players, media, recruits, families. I feel a lot of texts and get a lot of questions about those things. I can't wait to tell you all the 12. So, and the quarterback, that'll take care of a lot of things. Then we can start talking about, the wins and the losses. Hopefully more of the wins than the losses.